Hey there, I am JB and welcome at some more Roadcraft. For today we're going to start off with a new map, Summer Drought, and we're going to see how good this scout here is in this new crawler pack. Now of course the very first thing I will have to do is open a base, get into the garage, get into the shop, buy that vehicle, and then we can do a complete exploration. Operation Summer Drought. Central Africa. Our company must restore the water supply to this drought-stricken... never mind my reading there. I'm not in the mood for that stuff. It is a very nice map though. Partly watery and partly very dry. Not a lot of trees. And I think it's funny because, well, on this map originally you were unlocking the tree crusher. Alright, I think there's gonna be a puzzle with a vehicle in it perhaps. Let us see, and I really wonder how they have been boosting up the crawler pack because, well, we all had something to say about that. And welcome to Sahel Sauna. You have landed in what used to be the breadbasket of the region. Now it's more like an oversized cookie sheet someone forgot in the oven. This is officially the worst drought they have seen in decades, and that is saying something for a place considered slightly less dry a rainy season. Let's go to the home base, and I have an idea where that one could be. I think we're gonna go straight up here. Repair the pumping station to help the locals. Yeah, we're first going to need to explore for a bit. So let's just pass through here. There we go. Right. I wonder if there is like sandstorms. I have not noticed that while I did a like 5 to 10 minute kind of a deal here for a video in the public test server. Now I cannot really use this guy in order to open up the whole area to say because, well, I don't have any tokens. First need to get them. We got a road here that we need to repair. Very good. There are 4 toys to be found. Also good to know. I wonder what kind of fun stuff they will have for us. Any other than that one place in the intro. There might be a toy vehicle. Seemed like a fun puzzle. Now here is the first base. I have no idea how many other bases there are. If you guys have already played this map, let me know what you think of this map. Is this one better than the last one, or is the last one better than this one? Alright, that was not too bad. This case, no. Oh, we got 7. Ooh, well, maybe. Well done, you've established our first foothold in this dust bowl. The FOB ain't much to look at, but it beats the working under direct sunlight. Click next instead of hold to skip. There we go. One tent, one dream. Now that we have a base, we need to gather some intelligence about this big old baking wasteland. There are communication towers scattered around the region that can provide us valuable data and clear the fog of war on our maps. And guess what? Our scouts have spotted one not far from your current position. These towers will help us find resources and infrastructure that could help us getting the pesky water pumping stations back online. Nothing like a scavenger hunt in the 110-degree heat to keep things interesting. Luckily that is in Fahrenheit, or else you would be dead. That is definitely true. Alright, let's click on next here. There we go. Yeah, let's go into the store. I just gotta look at the DLC icons. It's this one, 32,000 bucks. Alright, let's just first take a look at where we're at on the map. We are obviously on the left top of the map. And this map is a long one towards the bottom of the map. Now in this case, let's just go clockwise and see what we end up with. And then we can test this guy. Let's see how good it is. Now of course it's a cargo scout. And the only downside of this thing is that it doesn't have like a tiny little crane on it. I still wish that there would be a scout with a tiny little crane, just with tiny little boxes, right? Which will still force you to use a different vehicle, you know, if you need to move large boxes. No way. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I also wonder how things are resource-wise. Construction depot, will there be a limited number of stuff and things to be found over there, just like the last map? Alright, I think I am actually... where am I at? I'm behind the base somewhere, right? Yeah, so this is gonna go for this radio tower here. Now this thing doesn't seem like... Oh, there it is. It might need something. Maybe it's just like, hey, arrive here kind of a deal. So yeah, let's just figure out if that will be the case. So far so good. No storm just yet. I would like to knock on my desk for that, but yeah. Alright, this vehicle, it does what it needs to do so far. I don't have any issues with the blade just yet, like getting stuck or whatever. Oh, okay, so yeah, this is one of these. And we got another 4 tokens, very important. So if you want to have quick 11 tokens, right? Yeah. If you want to have quick 11 tokens, go to the base and go to this tower, and then you can completely use your scanning scout, if you would. Alright, let's have a little look in the surrounding area. I wonder if this map also has some secrets, Easter eggs, stuff like that. Alright, here we go, passing a very small little bridge. Yeah, there is a yellow door down there. Sanctuary. Oh boy, I forgot about this. But gladly we got the correct vehicle for this whole adventure, right? At least if we don't get on top of rocks. There we go. Because that is not good for tracked vehicles. Alright, so in this case, let's make use of the thingy here. Let's see, how do we get this thing down? Oh wait, I need to press 4, of course. Yeah, it works different than this one, and then we can lower it. There we go. Yeah, I was messing around with my mouse, moving it left and right, but that of course only does the camera. Yeah, well, maybe I should just push through, because this thing just keeps moving over that silly rock there. Which is good, that it doesn't get stuck. I only need to be a bit careful that I don't completely destroy the train out here, because that's something too easy to forget. Do we have like sand lightning mode? We do. Okay, that is a bit better. Okay, let's not do that. Let's just go around here. Yeah, stones is not the best kind of a deal to go through with tracked vehicles. Alright, let's just put this thing back up. Marching mode. And let's just get through here. Yeah, this is more of a kind of a terrain, like something with like very big wheels. Once you plow through here, the terrain is ours. Alright, there we go. Alright, a bit of a struggle, but that's fine. Not everything should be easy in this game. I noticed there's a bridge over there which seems to be broken. Wonder what is up with that. New side objective, deliver surface vehicle to the quarry. Okay, let you see the map here for that. Okay, something needs to be brought out here, which is down there. Right, broken bridge, I see. But would there be a possibility to actually, you know, drive this thing this way, go underneath here, and then go back up? Let's just discover that next time. It's definitely something to look forward to, like a little challenge without having to repair that bridge. I think in the next episode, depending on what we have to do, mission-wise, we might first do some road building. Depends. I will study this map, look at the objectives that we're having. That one vehicle that we need to bring to the sand quarry doesn't need a road, maybe. I'm not sure what it is. It looked like a mule. If it is a mule, then it should be fine. Alright, some more rocks around here. So far so good, and I think it's a little bit funny how this whole vehicle is packed with wet mud. Well, that doesn't really represent the drought, right? Should be like very sandy. One thing I did notice, resources laying all over the place here and there, which is very nice. Now let's get up on here and have a look at the map. Could be possible. Yeah, this is like the edge of the map. Is this a... Oh, it looks like it's a road. Right, so we need to go a little bit to the right here. I didn't even check what this factory is actually. Now, there is a building that needs to be demolished, abandoned building. There needs to be something placed out here, and maybe something to be built out here. Ah, there's a gas station. Right, and a tunnel that is completely sand in. Abandoned building, town base, sand quarry. Right, and something might need to be built up out here. Because we got, I'm gonna assume that is the whole thing with the foundations. Let's see what is going to happen further ahead. Oh boy. This is not good for this vehicle. I know it has a blade on it and whatnot, but the very tiny little rocks, they are very bad for this thing. Come on. There is already one stuck on here. I'm not gonna lower the blade though. So I also don't want to destroy. Oh yeah, well, wait, I can just keep it on sand mode. Where is it at? Flattening, there we go. I do believe it lowers itself just a bit. Yeah, okay. This road definitely needs to be cleared out. Goes with something a little bit bigger. Maybe not as fast, and maybe it's gonna be a new vehicle, which hopefully they made it a little bit more powerful, because that was my main issue in the public test server. And I'm speaking about the dozer. The dozer should be an absolute power horse. Alright, we're almost through this mess. Wow. See, stuff all the way in the back over there. Alright, and we are free again, hopefully. Let's get it off the low gear here. Let's go through here. I wonder what factory that is going to be. And if they are up and running, or at least one or two of them. Okay, we got a tower over there. I just want to have a little look at it. Now we're gonna get a little bit more into the greenery, which is very nice. I don't see a direct road up, but this thing should be able to go up. Let's see the map real quick. Right, okay, that's gonna be the absolute edge of the map once again. That's fine. If any one of you have tested these vehicles and already noticed any difference with the public test server ones, you can also let me know if you're happy, or maybe it's even gone worse. Could also be a thing. Sabre is a very surprising company. I think personally Sabre is taking too much hay on the fork. This tower doesn't seem very healthy though. Oh wow, it's an abandoned building. Okay, that explains a lot. Yeah. It's not gonna happen today. Maybe we just need to demolish it first and then it'd be like, hey, now let's build something new on it. So far I haven't seen any toys just yet. Maybe you guys have. Be like, JB, look on the left, there's a toy vehicle. Might be a cementing factory. I still want to keep on going straight. I wonder when we're gonna hit the bottom of the map. It's not a very wide map, it is a very long map. Oh, this is a tunnel. Right. I think we're going to build a lot of roading on this map. Like, I know this is not super muddy and stuff, but it just doesn't look good. We need a lot of roading out here. Is this what I think it is? No? Thought it was, well, it says garage on it, but it's not for us. Even though there is this down here. This is mostly a resource thingy. A mountain base. Right, okay, so it is for us. This steel pipe, which is not running. That's good to know the steel pipe is right near the main base. In this case, I'm not going to go any further because I know what is there. Oh, I'm looking forward to building some roads again. I do hope we got plenty of sand spots for the mobile sand scalper. You know, there is sand everywhere, but the game can be surprising sometimes. Okay, we got some yellow doors over there. There's a road going that way, but I feel kind of like this hill here is shouting my name. It's like, hey JB, there is something up here. I could be very much wrong though, but I don't see anything out of the ordinary. It looks so weird, like. We got an oasis down there. It's always very nice. Another sand quarry. Where am I going? I got a feeling I need to go a little bit more down that way, right? Some odd reason. Two yellow doors. I think I see some transformers missing over there. So we might be able to do that in the future. Some steel beams, very good. And you know, I have said it once before. If you see stuff like this, give it a little thinky, and you know you can find some resources there. And yes, you don't have to get it with scrap, but just the ones that are ready to be token and used. Is this the bottom of the map? Oh. Okay, I also feel like I cannot go down anymore, so we are definitely at the edge. Want to be careful because I don't want to blind ourselves with the red wall. Okay, this is good to know. Very sometimes they like to hide stuff from us. Now once we've gone in a complete circle-ish, I'm gonna get the other vehicle out and then we're going to use its scanner. Alright, let's zoom out for a bit. Okay, we got a broken pipe. And we got some of these again. Wow, that was a lot of fun, I remember. Mowing them all down for that achievement. Which we could have been using the tree crusher back on that map. I believe it was Sojourn. Let's see where we're at. Okay, we're gonna get close to the edge again. Unlock for 10. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, maybe I have to be careful with my tokens. Good. I did have a bit of an issue in the last map. But yeah, there's sand everywhere here, so if the developers don't give us this freedom. Alright, more broken pipes over there, which is that alongside the bridge? Might be. I think I see above the pipe there's like a bit of a railing going on. Might be a little bit bad to see from here, but let's just go into photo mode and zoom in like that. Yeah, like the railing, there's like a bridge near it. Okay, we got some abandoned buildings. New side objective, deliver heavy equipment, I think it was saying. Just screwed up, man. Interesting though, interesting. We still have a lot to go that way, and then we're gonna go back up. It seems to be a nice, reasonable size of map. I don't want to go down there. Let's see if we can get around via here. Okay, you can go now. Let me go. Do I look like an Uber? Maybe for a bit with the bat in the back. Ooh, boy. Playing Forza Ryzen all of a sudden. Alright, let's see. Alright, it seems like there's piping down there in the water. Piping coming there out of the ground. Which seems to be very logic, but for pipes. Would be less logic if it was like in the middle of the sand desert. Unless someone has a, oh, look at that. You spray painting garage somewhere and use to sand belt all paint off vehicles. Alright, we got a road going down there. A natural kind of a deal. Alright, and we have completed a objective. You finally reached it. The legendary water pumping station facility is exact what we've been searching for. Fix this rust bucket and we can bring water back to the region. Naturally it needs a pretty much everything. Repairs, electricity, supply route, probably X-core system. The works, okay. Don't let the magnitude of human suffering... Don't let the magnitude of human suffering you could end or perpetrate with this one facility pressure. Okay, this whole part of reading, I'm not even gonna go into it. Reading today is not today. Alright, so yeah, down here we do have a ghost building. I'm going to fix that up. It says on the right, infrastructure route, and electricity. Now, before I'm gonna go into all of that, we need to discover a little bit more about this map. So far, I have not seen any toy vehicle, even though I've not really been actively looking at it. Now, I remember the building from the loading screen. It was at the water somewhere. Maybe it's like in the middle of the lake. Sometimes that happens too. Probably at the edge, or slash it's at the edge. Sorry about that. There's a beautiful tree though. Okay, so I'm gonna guess the water pumping station pumps water to that guy and maybe releases some at the... Oh, there it is. Right? Oh, that's a bridge. Never mind. I thought it was the building in the water. Right, okay, so that might mean that we are being stuck out here. Ooh boy, now gladly there are plenty of trees around in the area. I wonder, could we go that way? I almost feel like maybe we could. Just need to see how I'm gonna get there. Can I please get up here? There we go. The reason why I'm saying this is the very first base on the other map. After you demolish the building, it's very difficult for some reason to get onto the like step up of the foundation. It is sometimes odd to have a building, but no road. Are these what I think it is? Let's press 6. That's weird, they're not like blinking or something. See that? They're not blinking. That's really odd. Oh, look at the staircase up to the door. What is going on here? Wow, they are static objects. Or in other words, they cannot be moved or be delivered, which is not very nice. Yeah, I was wondering if we could pass here, but doesn't seem very good though. How about right out here? Ooh. Wow, okay. I'll bet if I stood still, it would sink in just enough to not allow me to move on with my life. Uh-oh. Is the blade gonna be an issue? I do have to say, man, this is just beautiful. Except for the pipe over there, but this is a nice map. Absolutely nice map. Ooh, look at that. The rays coming in. I'm gonna maybe take this one as a screenshot. I had one which looked a little bit like too old deserty kind of a deal. Yeah, this roof feels way too much. This is absolutely nice one, and that one. I like this one though. Alright, gladly I got a screenshot of that. Let's check out the map for a minute. So yeah, here is the bridge to the other side. We can go like that. Now I wonder if we can already reach. I doubt it though, because there's a lot of like rocks going on the other side. Yeah, this is... Nah, that's a little too much there. I wanted to go right over there. We have to go around. Okay, so far this thing, it does what it needs to do. I was afraid the blade gets stuck a little more than it just did at one time. But it's doing a good job. We got a electricity something going on here. Oh, my voice. This seems to be a broken building. Yeah, definitely. Oh, look at that. A lot of concrete. Holy smokes. And a lot of this, so that's very good. Let's place a custom marker here, like that and like that, so we know we can find some resources here. I have not yet seen a construction depot. Now it could be very much possible. In a lot of maps which have like rivers and stuff, that it's like at a harbor kind of a deal. Which like near train stations. I'm just drinking some coffee, so I'm gonna move my mouse here. It's a mess, and I love it. I absolutely love it. The one thing I did notice is that I have not been really struggling mod-wise, which is very nice because, well, we already did in the last map. Like some parts were absolutely insane. Deliver convoy wacky. Okay. Oh, another tower. Is that? No, because that one is here and we are looking this direction, so let's just take a look at that guy over there. If we can from here. Might be a real bad idea, but I'm gonna try it. Now, I'm not sure if there were palm trees kind of a deals, or trees in these kind of maps with a lot of sand and desert and stuff that you cannot mow down. Kind of forget about that though. Okay, let's see if this is the correct way to go. Very cliffy everywhere. Now, it might be possible this thing needs power, but it could also be, yep, we need to deliver something, which is fine, of course. Got a road going that way. Okay, now let me just put a waypoint out there. Let's just say right around here. So I kind of know in which direction I have to go to. A couple buildings over there. Alright, third time is the charm. Well, would you look at that? A potential FOB location. From the vantage point of my satellite view, the sick cup of coffee, it looks like it could be the perfect southern anchor of our operations. The location will need some serious TLC before it's operational though. I'm sure you can expect that. The building demolishing and rebuilding from scratch, I'd help, but you know, I'm approximately 7,000 miles away in an air-conditioned office, you understand? Anywho, when it's 3 penalties, half of people let us complete the company, you know, stuff and things. Think of it as a final piece of our drought fighting puzzle. Get it up and running, the sooner we get this network going, the sooner we can focus on the main event, a war. Alright. So yeah, this is clearly another base. It just needs a lot of work. That's okay. I wish Kelly would be back. But it's not gonna happen. I even sent her an email for something more personally. But I sent it to, like, I don't know, her company kind of a deal. And I never got anything back, which is a bit of a shame. People are so rude these days. Alright, I think around the corner it should be the other side of the bridge. Slash is. Oh, look, I found it, but it's not in the water. Or at least I think I have found it. It's only partly a shame we cannot use like these slabs in order to actually build this bridge though. And look at the mess on this vehicle, it's incredible. Yeah, so far I like this map. It's like messy. It has different parts where it just or either very sand deserty, more savannah-ish, a little bit. A start of like getting into jungle kind of a deal. Like a very edge of a jungle. Where a desert and jungle meets each other. It is in the water, but it's not as bad as I thought. I wonder what is up with that. Is it like a puzzle for a toy? X mark something. Well, it looks like you stumbled onto a local equivalent of an archaeological mystery. This structure definitely has nothing to do with oil extraction or water pumping. It's too ornate for that, almost like people once built things for reasons other than merge function. Imagine that. It replaces a certain don't open the cursed tomb vibe to it, which I'm sure it will only encourage you to open it. Have a look around, check for regular entrances, opening walls, ventilation shafts, or anything else that might help you reach whatever secret this place might be hiding. Just watch out for the rolling boulders and Asian curse. That's just what we need on top of this drought. Okay, well in this case I'm not going to look further into it because it is something for another moment. Alright, I'm at the spot where we got at the other tower. So from this point on we can complete the circle. I think I already know slash is we're gonna go to the left at some point and then to the right at some point and then we meet up with the same road. Let's just I was not expecting this to be honest. I thought it was like a road going that way. Okay, I was not expecting that to be honest. Was the grass always moving like this? Or is this new? It looks very good though. Let me know if this if you've seen if this is new or not new. I never noticed the grass moving like that. Yeah, so this is the road there what I was talking about. But it just seems like to only go to the tower over there and that's it, which I find a little odd though. However, this does means we can, you know, make our own road because it would be logic if we can just go all the way around the map, right? Which, you know, we could make a split off here and connect it up there. We could go around like this and connect it up like that. Alright, so in this case, touching the road up here, it means that we have gone all the way around the map, at least on the outside, which is of course very nice. You know what, I'm gonna use it, no regrets, because I have no idea what the range is. I wish it would like show like a circle, just like the sand Karelian, whatever not. Alright, show me what you got, brother. Oh, that's nice. That's actually very nice. Okay, so that means I need to do it at least a couple more times. I'm not gonna do it right out here because it's like almost visible anyways. We got a power substation here. Oh. One man's trash. Looks like you've hit a mother load. If trash was gold, of course, really though, that massive dump site you've wandered into is a potential gold mine of construction materials. From my comfortable chair at HQ, I spy this heap of metal, concrete, rubble, and assorted debris that would make any scavenger weep with joy. In a drought, trash is more valuable than treasure. This could be exactly what we need to complete our construction project. Start digging through those piles, but carefully please. Tennis shots are hard to come by. Yeah, of course. Tetanus. Yes. Okay, it is obvious there is a lot of concrete out here, and I don't have to select this area because, well, it's so massive that we know where it is. Very good. It seems like they have done this again for us, because why not? Maybe the owner did that You know, he went away for like a long while somewhere. We just don't want people to come on his train, so even though we can go around. Ooh boy, look at this. It's very delicious. Okay, now let me see. There is a gas station out here, which is not really needed for me. There we go. Alright, so reveal the secret here. Not much. Yeah, here are these pipes that I was talking about, that I was seeing from driving out here. In this case, let's just first go here, and then I'll guess right out here, and then I'll call it a day. That's real bad, you know that? That's absolutely real bad. And so 120 billion years later, I kind of reached this now. I'm going to go do this one first and then that one because, well, because of that. And now let's delete that one. There we go. Yeah, main substation still the same, steel pipe, mountain base. Oh, wow, that's the first one. That is definitely the first one. Alright, okay, yeah. So, very interesting map. Very interesting indeed. Now, of course, you know, we got a little bit here, a little bit like that and that, but I'm not going to be too worried about that. There is a lot of water out here. You can follow the tree lines. There's this temple. We have kind of seen in distance what is out here. And of course, the more we, you know, going to be busy in this map, we will unreveal all of that stuff anyways. So yeah, in this case, I think in the next episode we're gonna start off with this guy. We need to bring it out to the sand quarry, and I figured out, well, maybe if we're gonna go like this and just ignore the bridge, maybe oh yeah, go underneath the bridge, go up here and then bring it down. Maybe that is a idea. Once again, let me know what you think of this map. Is this map better than the last one? Is this map worse than the last one? So far, to me, it seems like it's gonna be a lot of fun, definitely. Alright, in this case, yeah. I'm just gonna spawn this guy back at the base. Cover area. Let's see what we have around the base too.